What's up, y'all? It's Dre back with another Persistent Progress video. It's your first time tuning in. I appreciate you checking the video out and supporting what we got going on with Persistent Progress. And if it's not your first time tuning into the video, I thank you for your consistency. That's a big part of Persistent Progress. So you already on board with doing that, man. And I just thank you. You got great things to come, and I appreciate your support. And so by me receiving this love and support, I continuously try to put out the effort that you guys deserve. So as usual, we start off talking about persistent progress and what we stand for, as you know, is consistently striving to become better in any way possible. And a genuine result is to create the best version of yourself. Purpose of these videos is to create that positive movement, that positive environment, and to motivate and extend love and care for each other's, and just create a whole new environment that we can count on and be reliable for. So persistent progress movement it's about whether you're creating that vibe or somebody passed that vibe on to you, of that positivity that's motivating you to become better and just do anything that you were confident that you could do, but you need that kickstart to do it and continuously keep doing it. Consistency is a big thing that people lack, and sometimes don't even realize that they're lacking, that they may use different reasons for what happens in life as excuses, but ultimately it's with you and how determined are you to stay consistent to what you're doing. That when something is a challenge, well, yes, it's a challenge for a reason, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means that you have to work a little harder that day or at that moment for you to still stay on the right track that you're supposed to be on. As we all know, I mean, if we live more than just one day in a life, that we know that life isn't easy and some days are harder than the next. But if we are willing to have the right mindset that we're going to get something done no matter what, then that's creating that determination and your mentality to have that consistency and actually get through the challenge or obstacle that is in front of you. So sometimes we need more help than just ourselves and us just self-motivation, and that's the persistent progress movement right there, that we create that community for each other. So definitely, if you want to get involved any way possible, if you're already involved, I appreciate that. But always, like usual, you can just keep watching videos. That's part of just being involved right there. But also, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel or anything like that, you can definitely search YouTube and find Persistent Progress, or even just sharing the videos right here. That works as well. Liking, reposting, commenting. We feedback with you as much as possible within comments or straight instant messaging, DM messaging. I'm on Facebook, on Instagram for the business page, and really just keep being a part of anything that we got going on, or throw out some new ideas and new month strong challenges, because I'm always open to new ideas or anything that's meant for me to learn, or me any type of way that I can grow and get better for the company or even for my own self, or pass along to the next person. So that's the point of the community, and what we're creating is like a networking vibe to just get better in any way. And as you know, we try to use a little thing called adding to your toolbox. Your toolbox is your brain. It's your characteristic for who you are. If you're not adding to your toolbox, where it's by knowledge or physical, or at least to try to add for experience. So that's the kind of thing that I do. If I can't necessarily add by something that I'm learning, then I can at least add to my toolbox of something that I'm experiencing. So, and overall, you still learn by, in a new experience. So the different ways that it may come for me reading a book, or for me speaking to someone and just asking questions about things that I never even knew about, but now that I know that this person does or has this certain career, I'm gonna ask some questions just out of curiosity. That's me adding to my toolbox, because when I leave from that place with that person, I now have some new knowledge that I can take to someone else and see if they know it or what they have to offer from the topic that I'm speaking on, and just domino effect from there. So, got a couple topics today. First, I want to start. I was talking to one of my buddies, and we was talking about just the jobs that we worked beforehand before becoming a firefighter. And I admired the things that my buddy had did beforehand, because he had worked jobs that were beneficial to him, to his mind, and to his experiences, for the knowledge that he gained. And just like he worked on cars, different things like that, he was already in the knowledge of buying real estate and so forth, things of that nature. Whereas for me, I was like, yes, I was in college, and so my time for working and things like that was limited. But for some of the other people, they might not have been in my situation. But as you know, we have a bunch of warehouses in the U.S. and all across over maybe the world. I'm not for sure, but try to limit yourselves to working jobs that are meaningless. And when I say meaningless, I mean of going to a warehouse or going to a job that wasn't your intended career goal or place to be, and then leaving out with nothing. That means that has now became meaningless. Like you was just there. It's like going to a gas station and you didn't buy no gas, you didn't get no gum, you didn't get no juice. You just stopped there for some reason and just wasted time and gas even going to the location and then just pulled off. So when I say this, like even that a warehouse job isn't a meaningless job, because I was thinking about, I was like, well, okay, my job working in a warehouse, I can't really take nothing from that with me to the fire department or to real estate or to investing in stock options and so forth. But my buddy, he didn't worked on cars and stuff like that. He knows about real estate, so he's able to do these different things while still managing the job, and it's still effective for him to today. So I got to think about it. I was like, you know what, actually, I can take something from working at that warehouse, but it's about how your mental state is and how you view things, for that cup being half full or half empty. And so, just for example, me taking away from my warehouse jobs, I think I kind of look at it as a consistency. That's why I was practicing that. I was going to some place that I didn't like, doing something that I wasn't fond of doing, but it was something I had to do to get me to where I was going, or something that I needed to do to maintain. And I didn't lack on my effort for being there and doing it, because I applied for that job. I put in an application. Like I wasn't forced to go there. You know what I mean? So with doing that, I just had that mentality of working hard while I was there. And that just created that effort. It wasn't a blank space where I wasn't doing anything or I was just wasting my time. I was getting paid, I was working hard, but I knew that was just a pit stop for me. So make sure that you are gaining something in these pit stops that you do take. Next thing I want to mention on is playing odds to your favor the best that we can. And if you see me looking off to the side, so I have some notes right here on the monitor. So yeah, I'm not crazy or anything like that. But when I'm saying playing odds to your favor the best that we can, I'm saying like being precautionary by kind of just not taking things for granted, but still trying to live your best life, if you will. So, have a little bit of balance, still be happy, but still understand that there is risks that we do face every day, whether you're driving in a car, you know what I mean? Like play odds to your favor and put on your seatbelt, because me being a firefighter, I do go on car accidents and people are outside their car because they flew through that windshield. They didn't wear their seatbelt, obviously, but regardless, you still might get in a car accident, because every time you get in that car and drive, you do run the risk of getting into a car accident. And so you just want to play the odds to be as safe as possible. So different things like that. Another example is that, and this is on the side of having balance to still be happy, is just because you're not fat doesn't mean that you won't get a heart attack. You know what I mean? If you just because you don't smoke, that don't mean that you won't get cancer. So, be precautionary, do different things like that, but still make sure that you are happy. Don't stress yourself out by trying to be this perfect temple of your body. Then life still smacks you in your face, and now you feeling like, how could this possibly be? It's called life. Things do happen. So make sure that you are having some type of balance, that you enjoying it, but still, maintain the playing your odds type of mentality. You know what I mean? So you keep that balance right there, because that is a way that you want to do to keep your sanity overall. That's a big important thing. So before I go into the last topic I want to talk about this morning, because yes, it is morning right now. I'm up. I've been up since 5:45. The Month Strong challenge that we were doing is I got some people that are doing different Month Strong challenges. One person is doing the low carb diet that I experienced last month. And so they're going to their first week right now doing it. And so, yeah, they're going through the whole phase of the shock phase right now. So I'm eager to see how they stick with it and then the results they gain from it, because I was once there. And now I'm able to even give them my experiences and feedback from it, whereas I didn't have that. Then now I'm able to even help them by letting them know all these different meals that which I had eventually had tried or came upon later on down the line. They're getting it straight out the gate. First week, so it's definitely, I'm trying to make sure that I ease them into it and it's simpler and they can take the less mental stress off of it than what I had. So, but for my morning rise challenge that I've been doing for this month, which was brought to me by Kevin one of my good buddies from high school, basically, or he wanted just to create the environment of how millionaires and other successful people work. And they get on Zoom calls in the mornings and basically just influence each other, network, create a positive environment where you setting goals and you creating positive influence and spreading the word, whether you're networking for under different circumstances, looking for new jobs or different activities, different vibes, just any type of thing you could think of that goes down in our Zoom meetings. And we accomplished the second one today. It was just as good as the first one, if not better. We had, I say about like 10 to 11 people on the first one at Monday at 6 a.m. That was our first one. Friday, today, 6 a.m., we had 16 people. We had already went up 5. I'm keeping track of everything, just the data, just to see how the group is growing and how we're expanding and networking. People are in different states, time zones, exchanging numbers, info, and it's people of all different age groups that's in here, from parents to kids. Is like, even my little brother was in the group this morning. He woke up before school this morning to be in this 6 o'clock Zoom meeting, and he was actually interacting too, taking part of it. So this type of environment that we were creating and expanding. It didn't just because it was my little brother. Yes, that kind of brings him into it more, but it's just an example of what can be created and how far that it can go and transpire. So, but it was a definite success, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that was a part of that this morning. Anybody that wasn't able to be a part of it, I definitely will be posting the Zoom recording right here attached to this video, so you can check it out and just kind of get more info, get a feel for the vibe, and maybe you want to tune in to this Monday coming up for it. It'll be 6 a.m. Monday and Friday. So definitely stay tuned on checking that more out. And with the last topic, I'm gonna be reading it off because it's a little bit long, but something that I thought about just, I don't know, in my daily activity or something that I kind of want to write down. It's like, yeah, I need to let the people know about this. This is a nice little topic to speak on. So about to read this off to you, and comment, let me know what you think, and we can always chat from there, or as most people do, they message me directly, and I love conversing with everybody and just kind of getting your feedback and see how you feel about things. So here we go. We forget our teachings as adults that we teach the kids, and the same rules should apply. Like, don't throw temper tantrums and get mad because you don't get your way, because that's exactly what happens to when things don't go our way. We get mad, we start creating this bad energy, we pout, and then it's like, in the result, we'll start doing something negative because something didn't go our way. It didn't go how we wanted it. And things aren't going to always go our way. Just like our parents told us, life ain't fair. So it's sometimes in a gap between us being kids and us becoming adults that we start forgetting that life isn't fair and things not going to always go our way. So when we were a kid and we couldn't act that type of way, why do we think that we can act this type of way now? So that's just something just to put back in your head, like, to refresh yourself. Like, I've been knowing this from when I was a kid. That saying is not new to anybody. Life isn't fair. So work on being happy. It's legit easier to smile than frown. I mean, if you ever just kind of forget that, just intentionally look at yourself in the mirror or something and just smile. Just naturally just give a little cheese, and you see that's much easier than giving a little frown. Like, you see how stupid I look by me just doing like that? That was much more difficult than me just giving a natural smile. So, I mean, definitely understand that these little nitbit sayings right here actually do have some substantial meaning to it. So don't always just overlook the little things like that. Don't let things come and go determine your energy for how you feel about life. So things that are like meaningless, or they just a fly-by moment type of thing, don't let the 10 seconds of your life determine the next 10 minutes of your future, so to speak. So just overall, can control what you can control. Let everything else just play itself out, because at the end of the day, God's going to take care of the rest, and you just take care of you individually, or the people who look up to you and who you provide for, your family. Those are what you can control in your life. Everything else will happen, and when it does happen, you adjust and you deal with it and you adapt, because you are strong and you are capable. So always remember that.